Hello, welcome. Playing World of Warcraft. The Burning Crusade pre-patch is live. So, which went live November 2nd. It's now November 11th when I'm recording this video. The actual Burning Crusade launches in like 5 days on the 16th, I believe. Should look that up though for the actual.
I'm never going to be level 64, by the way.
You need to be 58. It's fine. You need to just gain 6 more levels. You can do it.
Alright.
So here we are with my new paladin character, which is level 30. More of the question is, will I reach level 60 with this paladin? You know, I need to put in some time.
I don't know about that.
So she's a blood elf. And it's a paladin. Alright, let's go to her. I just reached 30, which, by the way, one of the things they changed. Let's go here. This is in Undercity, by the way. Right here. Where you enter Undercity, and there's this gate that you run through, and then you run through the ruins here. Before you go down under Undercity or whatever. Here on the map. In the ruins of Lordaeron. Front entrance of Undercity. There's a side room now with this portal. Well, this is how I would came here, from here. Look at this other fucking motherfucker. Oh. I just realized something. I'm a paladin. Alright, so now we're in a place called Silvermoon City. If you open your map, look at the city. It's huge, right? And then you right click to zoom out, and then look where you are, which is like good luck finding your cursor on the map. It's the worst cursor ever. To the north end of it. It's right there. It's like a little arrow, silver arrow. Could they have made that a little bit more visible? Not in 2004.
Like glowing, or has an aura around it,
red,
or something.
any other color, like. But anyways, that zone. So click on the zone, Eversong Woods itself, zone. So Silvermoon City sits on the northern part of the peninsula. And this peninsula, in the original vanilla we were just playing before the pre-patch, this didn't exist here. This wasn't here, right? So this has all been added. Like, they added this northern peninsula to the continent. So to zoom out again with right click. See how there's this, they added on this whole northern little penis. Oh, and then you're looking at the Isle of Quel'Danas. Yeah, look at that. That's I think it's a high level outdoor raid zone, like a 10-person dungeon or something, you know, but it's all outdoor on an island
with names like the Forbidding Sea nearby. I expect it to be dangerous.
The Dawn Star Village, Sun's Reach, Magister's Terrace, Sunwell Plateau. Yeah.
Dead Scar.
And then also, if you see the Ghostlands, which is to the south of Eversong Woods, that's their level 10 to 20 zone for the Blood Elves.
I see.
So they added, just like every other, because they added the Blood Elf race basically in the Burning Crusade. They also added Draenei for the Alliance, but so they also added for the Draenei as well. If you zoom your map out real quick and zoom it out twice to where you could see both continents or whatever, and then on the left side go to Kalimdor and click on that continent. And notice those islands up on the left there. This big circle is the Teldrassil tree of the Night Elves start zone. But the other two, so the Night Elves, by the way, in there, they have their whole start zone there. That's their 1 to 10 zone. And then you fly from there to Darkshore, which is their 10 to 20 zone. But so then for every race, you have to have a 1 to 10 zone and a 10 to 20 zone, basically, as your starting zones, right? So for them, they have Azure Mist Isle. This is for the Draenei.
This is a cool name, the Veiled Sea. I'm a sea. I'm an entire big ass sea, but I can hide. I'm a Veiled Sea.
Wow. Do you see Azure?
Funny.
Do you see Azure Mist Isle? So click on that one. Yeah. Do you see the thing that says the Exodar?
What is that? Is that a super crystal?
That is the alien spaceship that crash landed.
Oh.
And so the Draenei are these aliens that come, and they're escaping their.
Since we're in the World of Warcraft world, imagine you go to this crystal and then like, oh, what are these aliens that landed here? And the aliens speak out and they go, "Hello, I'm from Westbrook, England. Hello." It's British have landed.
Well, so
you see in
the
World of
Draenei,
Warcraft.
the Draenei's voices are like Eastern European type voices, like gypsies almost or something. That's what that's what they sound like. They sound like vampires. But so basically, they crash landed because they were escaping their planet being destroyed by the Scourge or whatever the evil shit that's coming through the dark portal as well, which is the whole.
And their spaceship is a fucking giant crystal. That's cool.
Yeah, and so they get to be shaman. They get to have a Draenei shaman, and then we get to have a Blood Elf paladin. So basically, but my point is, and then look at Blood Mist Isle, which is the isle that was above it. That's their 10 to 20 zone. So my point is that they had to add a 1 to 10 and a 10 to 20 zone. And so for the Blood Elves, it's in the northern corner of the Eastern Kingdoms, and for the Draenei, it's in the northern corner of the Kalimdor continent. And so now, when I started,
Boy, I got a story for the Blood Mist Isles. You wanna hear the story I conjured for this one in my head?
It's just to do with pooping, doesn't it?
The giant had hemorrhoids and took a bloody fart, missed all over the fucking Isles, yo.
Jesus Christ! And so Exodar is their capital city, though. By the way.
Yeah.
So Exodar, the crystal, the ship, is their new capital city. So, and also, by the way, since we're looking at maps, let's look at one more thing, which is if you zoom out one more past the continents view, where you're looking at the 3 continents, we'll click one more time, and you click on Outland.
We're on the Outlands now, boy.
So we can't access this until November 16th or whatever, in 5 days, and it will be through the Dark Portal, which comes in through the Hellfire Peninsula. Which is...
Access this motherfucker. I haven't even accessed half of this.
I know.
Half of this shit yet.
You haven't even accessed half of Azeroth yet. Yes, I know.
Ah, Jesus.
Well, so... Yeah. Let's explore Silver Moon City, though, so you see my capital city. I also need to get my mount training, my riding training. So follow me, sir. Follow me. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Night Elf is the only class that had this thing where when you would jump... Watch my character real quick. See how she does a spin? Sometimes. It's random. So it's random. So sometimes it's like 1 out of every 3rd jump. Sometimes it's like it's like a 10th jump. You know, it's like there's a random % chance for you to do a spin. See how she does like a side spin? Come on, do it. Do it. Fucking do it. Side spin. Side spin. Side spin. There, that. The Night Elf would do a flip, like a forward flip, or it's not a back flip, I don't think. I think it's a forward flip, yeah. They just do a random flip sometimes when you're doing a jump. And so then they're like, I'm just imagining the nerd complaining. Why is it that only the Alliance have this random jumping, you know, on one of their races? It's like, it's only the Night Elf that would ever do it. So now when they were making the Blood Elf, they were also added that, like a random jump.
Jesus,
Chance. But they
first world problems.
But it's funny how they made it sideways though, instead of like a, you know, like, so to make it interesting, they were like, okay, well, we'll make it sideways though. But the whole point is that they were trying to balance, like, oh fuck, we fucked up by not allowing the Horde to have a paladin, for example, is kind of, because I don't know if you realize in vanilla, there's no Horde paladins.
There's no Horde paladins? What?
There's no Horde paladins.
Horde. You're trying to say there's no female paladins?
There's horde paladins, all right.
I take offense to this.
They're just all on the alliance side. There's horde paladins, all right.
Horde paladins.
Yeah, but so that's the whole thing. Is like now we've unlocked paladins on the horde side versus they didn't have shamans on the alliance side, and that it's like Blizzard was the king of asymmetry. When they created the Zerg and the Protoss and the humans or whatever, they play completely differently from each other. Or the way that in Warcraft 3 the undead play is way different than the way the humans play, or even the way the orcs play is different than the way that. Sorry, can you come this way? The city's kind of confusing, by the way. Yeah, you're looking around. I just realized a little bit.
Looking around, but yeah, you gotta lead the way. I have no fucking idea.
It has all these giant gates, which are like, if you open your map, see how they look like these
giant douche with a cape. Yeah,
they have all these little like safety pass, like visual LOD video card.
They were playing this back in 2005.
Gentilizers. I don't know what you would want to call these things.
Could barely run a fucking game back then. Let alone
so in this
world.
So in this city, they stuck like 6 of these like bendy parts. Just so
I can imagine the nerd complaining. My computer can run Jazz Jackrabbit 2, but if I go into World of Warcraft and I try to transition the worlds, it crashes. It's too big. I talk to this guy.
Here's the Dragon Hawk Rider. I don't think you have anything connected to here. Where's the riding trainer? I need to find that person. I think it's up here.
Jazz Jackrabbit 2 being from like 1994.
Oh fuck! I need to go get. I need to go get my money. But let's just verify. Is it here? Enchant. This is not.
Can I just give you some money?
I don't know if you're gonna have enough, but yeah. Where's this motherfucker?
How much do I have? 11 gold. Is that not enough?
No. Let's go back to this.
Oh, fucking expensive.
100.
11 gold should be a lot.
It's like 100. Oh yeah. So I didn't even say this yet.
11 gold in this game is like having 11 Bitcoin. It's a lot.
I didn't even say this part, by the way. I meant to say this, but I forgot because of that curse of knowledge. So one of the things that they changed is that you can get the mount at level 30 now instead of 40. That's like why I'm even here. I just realized I should mention that because just a minute ago.
Curse of knowledge.
Yeah, we were just playing a minute ago where it was 40.
Can you? Oh, I see. Because they just. When did that change officially? When did that change on here?
On the 2nd, which is, we haven't played since then.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I remember struggling to 40 just to get my fucking mount not that long ago. A couple weeks ago.
What do you think of the vibe of this city?
It's cool. It's very like fancy, high art. This is where all the French artists are. Oui, we have the French paintings here. We have the museums here.
Wait, so you see these little what does this remind me of? Like these little.
We have the gallows here for
it's
the
like
peasants.
A silk curtains. Like you see these curtains here.
Yeah.
These silk curtains. And
everything has to be silk and veiled.
Oh, but then also
if you're a poor, get out of here.
Look at the ground. We have these fancy embroidered pillows. This makes me think of like, and they literally have a hookah. I was gonna say, it makes me think of like a hookah bar. Which is
what this is, yeah.
Which is more of a
Middle Eastern hookah bar.
It's a Middle Eastern feel more.
In the Middle East, the hookers are illegal, so that instead of having a hooker bar, they can only have a hookah bar.
So what is the aesthetic of this place when you look up at the building now from the outside?
A whorehouse?
Well, look, it's like it's
a king's palace whorehouse. I don't know.
Like it's like a rich Middle Eastern, because it's like right, or what is this?
Right, yeah, I guess so, yeah. It's supposed to have that Middle Eastern, yeah.
Is that what this is, or what? I think
so. This is supposed to be like Arabia, yes. Like, not Saudi Arabia, but like the Arabia of legends of like 1,000 years ago Arabia,
Yeah, exactly.
Persia, whatever.
Persia, technically.
I say like Trump. Persia, China, Persia.
Did you know Persia, like the ancient Persia or whatever, is literally just modern day Iran? Did you know that?
Yes, but like when you see it in things like Prince of Persia game or like
Yeah, okay,
Indiana
yeah.
Jones or whatever, it's like
I
it's way more
know.
interesting and cool. In real life, it's like, no, cut your head off. I don't want to be there in modern times. No good. It's no good.
Cut your head off. All right, shit. I got distracted. I meant to go to my bank.
Where'd you go?
I'm going to the bank. So look, this giant building here with the steps.
I like the fantasy version of Persia and movies and stuff, but not the real life version.
No one likes the city though, because everything's so far apart. Like, so look at this. Here's the auction house.
Wait, you know what they're doing there? They're actually mimicking real life Dubai. No one wants to go there. It's too fucking far away, middle of nowhere, far away from everything.
There's that, and then here's the mailbox. But the distance, I'm saying the distance from that auction house to this mailbox and to this bank is huge.
Too far, yeah.
It's too far.
That's what I found out today. Changpeng Zhao, the creator of finance, lives in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Yep. Of course he does. Of course. He's from Canada. He's from Canada, by the way. I didn't know that either.
He's a Canadian.
He's a Canadian. Everyone just assumes he's from China, but he's actually from Canada.
He could still be from China, and also from Canada.
Yeah, that's true. But of course he moved to Dubai, because guess where people go for crypto freedom to pay no taxes and shit? Fucking Dubai. That's why he lives there.
Okay, I need to withdraw all of this.
They pay no tax on crypto there. It's a big deal when you have $1 billion. Money. They want to take $300 million for tax. It's a big deal.
So we are no longer in a guild, by the way. I have basically made a new guild with the storage used just as our personal stash. So just SiRiUS and I are in this guild called SiRiUS CoOp guild, and this is all of our shared storage. So the tabs are separated where this was smithing, enchanting.
I didn't like what was happening with the other ones. Too much people were getting in there, and right, it was just too much.
I just didn't like how Peter wouldn't let me kick people that I didn't like, and he was like always saying I need to justify why I need to kick people, and I said, well, because I just don't like them. Why would I want a bunch of people? Why would I want to get on every day and play with people I don't like? Why can't I just, for the love of God? He's like saying, he makes it seem like, you know, like I think it's impossible to have 100% hit chance that every person you recruit you're gonna like. But he's almost saying it like you need to have a reason. You need to have a reason.
For a government office, because he wants to give everyone a universal and fair chance. He should be a judge.
Yeah. Well, but for me, I'm just sitting there going like, no, for me, the fact I don't like them is enough. Why would I want them in my guild? Sorry. It's like,
imagine you're a judge. This guy's like suing someone. Well, he's gonna win because I don't like the other one.
Well, but so the way I think about it is like,
it's like I don't like the way he looks at me.
It's a recruitment system. You know, you have.
Yeah, I don't like the way you looked at me that one time.
It's a recruitment system. You you recruit people, and then you see if you like them. If you don't like them, then you drop them at the end, and you say, "Sorry, intern, you didn't make the cut. We were not going to be hiring you."
One guy who was super annoying and trying to tell you what to do, and even I saw him, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy's very." He's very.
He should go make his own guild or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Why do I want people like? Why do I want to wake up and get on the game and play with people like that? So I would just kick those people if it was up to me. So then I was just like, whatever, fuck this shit. Not gonna play Rugwar's game. Anyways,
we're gonna have fun with them.
Yeah, and he already had like 100 people in there, so I didn't want to ruin his fun, so I just left that guild and I made a new one and I rebought the tab. So he's welcome. He's welcome for having me purchased for him 4 tabs.
If I finally reach 58 and we're doing a high level dungeon, you can invite him into dungeon with us. Maybe he still will do that. Who knows?
Yeah, we can still do that. Exactly. I don't need to be in there.
I don't want to really do a dungeon with like 18 people I don't know. Unless you guys like force me into it later, like to do a super dungeon raid or whatever, you know. I'll do it.
Yeah, but we can do it. General, we can do it with them, you know.
Yeah.
They can have fun.
In general, if I'm just doing like little questing and stuff, and I'm still learning this game, I'm like forever learning this game. I don't want to have like 18 people that are around me, so then I'm just like, now I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and they expect me to know what I'm doing, and I don't know what I'm doing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not good for me. And then I'll fucking scream and explode on them.
Yeah, but so But that's why you just kick people who you can tell are that type of personality, which is why I was trying to kick those people. I can just already tell when you have a player who is impatient to deal with like noobs, and I know that you're a noob, and so I need other people in the guild who are noob friendly, let's just say, right? There's people
like Prime, who was also just learning the game. That was good for me because
but there's people who are in the guild like there's this guy, his name is Bluff Watcher, who was like, he said he was like 50 something years old guy, and he's super patient, and he was just like friendly and willing to teach. I think it's up this way actually. He's willing to teach.
The opposite of your average player who's been playing this game for 10 years, who's like super impatient.
Well, it's
like,
weird.
What are you doing? What are you doing? That's wrong.
No,
what the fuck? You didn't do your thing.
I'll
You're supposed to do your thing. Ah!
I'll explain it though. It has to do
like
with
child.
When someone has knowledge, there's two things they could do with that knowledge. They could, one, hold it over everyone else and say, look how much I know that you don't
like
know.
Little King.
A little king, yeah.
Tyrant King.
Or two, you could teach people because you're so excited about sharing it.
King. Tyrant King or Wise King?
And so basically, this old dude was like a natural teacher type, and so he just wants to share his love of his hobby with other people, and he understands that by being friendly and nice about it, he's going to get more people into World of Warcraft. But the other type of nerd just wants to punish everyone else, so they can.
Nice one. The calm, nice one was only nice because they found children in his dungeon later. He had captured his children, so he was nice and calm.
But so the other one who wants to use the knowledge to feel better about their ego or whatever, they usually have some sort of other problem in their life that makes their ego shit in the first place. Like they don't like their job or they hate their life or something like that.
They're working paycheck to paycheck. They're very angry. They can barely survive, get food.
Yeah, and so then they need to have some reason to feel better than other people in the World of Warcraft.
Where the fuck are we going?
I'm looking for the
Just thought I'd ask.
I'm looking for my fucking bird trainer, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Where are they?
Keep your wits
Should I look it up? For fuck's sake, I thought it would be.
Yeah, because I sure as fuck don't know.
I thought it would be here. Let's just find it. It can't be that far. Well, sorry for assuming that the stupid bird, which is called Farstrider, and then I came to this place called the Farstrider Retreat, thinking that the Farstrider Retreat.
That's where it should be. Wait, to be fair.
What is if it's up top or something? I hope not. Just use your eyes.
What am I looking for?
Look for a collection of birds. Oh, here it is.
Oh, okay.
I see them with my eyeballs.
Why am I looking in the same direction as you and I don't see? Oh, is it the birds over there?
They're hidden. Oh, they're Hawkstriders.
They're hidden.
They're not even Farstriders. They're Hawkstriders.
Hawkstrider
breeder.
This is definitely Chocobo ripoff, sir.
Where's the trainer, for fuck's sake? Here's the trainer.
Square Enix should have sued them at this point.
Riding trainer.
Baladash, Malanore.
Apprentice riding. 33 gold. So that used to cost way less. This used to cost 10 gold. And now it used to cost 10, reduced to 8 with all of the bonuses. This is 33. So this has gone up. You see, it's smarter.
What gold do you have?
I have 100 now, but
holy shit! How much did the guild have?
100. I took all of it.
Oh wow, okay.
I had to use all the rest of the money that I had left over. I spent. But so basically, this is smarter. The bird costs 9 gold, right? And the training was 33, right? Before, how it was is the training was 10 and the bird costed 90. So if you wanted like one of each color, you'd have to spend like 90, 90, 90, So they realized, hey, we should make the riding cost a lot, and then the individual colors of birds would be cheaper, They flipped it. But anyway, should I get a red one? So basically, you look at these ones that are here. Purple, red.
Get a golden chocobo. Do you have a golden chocobo?
So do you see these ones standing around here? The one is the 4.
That's always the desired one in Final Fantasy.
The 4 on the left are the ones I could choose. The black one looks pretty cool. What do you think of this black one?
It's like a midnight purple, but yeah.
No, that's this one here.
It's like a dark purple.
It doesn't look purple. Look from behind. It does look kind of purple, I guess. You sure?
Tiny bit. It's definitely a tiny bit.
Its legs are purple.
Okay, yeah. All right.
The purple one or this red one? Themed with my character.
Red one's good.
Themed with my character. What do you think? The black one? The black one? Pink Barbie. The black one?
I would go for the
black
one.
one.
The red one, I think.
The red?
You don't like the red one?
I do like the red, but I didn't look at the black.
The black one's probably the best, honestly. It's the most.
It's the coolest.
Just the most.
The red
elite.
one. The red one.
Elite, you know?
Would be cooler if its wings weren't purple.
Yeah.
If it was more like all red,
It's not really red, is it? It's like a red purple, so it's kind of like a clown in a way.
Yeah.
This is the only one that's not a clown.
But so you know what's nice is with this new method of the pricing, I can buy both if I wanted because it's only 9 gold for each one. I'm gonna buy the black one, and I'm gonna buy the red one because also the price of this has overall gone down from 100, which was basically 90 because you get the discounts for being honored with the whatever the fuck city.
Yeah.
It's lowered down to 950 and 3350. Whatever the fuck that is. It's 43 gold total. That's like
No,
44 gold, sorry.
Stay the course.
That's
way big reductions, or big reductions.
And so also I wonder what the dual spec cost is. I think that's 40.
So how come all of the mounts that I've seen of all the different races all look better than my idiot mount that I have?
What?
Why is mine the worst? Look at this idiot. Embarrassment. I'm riding a fucking dinosaur with a stupid face and a stupid horns.
Do you have a big...
So ugly.
Okay, well, so... Do you want a paladin character?
Yeah, what does the paladin ride? What does he ride?
This idiot bird.
He rides this bird?
Even as a male, you'd be riding this stupid bird, yes.
That's better than this.
You think so?
But then this fucking dino, literal dino.
Would you make a male paladin?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The males are funny. I think that you should make... I think what I will do is I will pay for you to have a level 60 paladin. Because there's no fucking...
Real world
it's like $20. It's not that much.
I've spent like $25 at the fucking drive-thru at Carl's Jr. for like 2 burgers and like 2 sides. It's unbelievable how expensive shit's gotten.
The food, yeah, but the things in the digital realm, therefore, relatively seem cheaper.
Thing of food and cheaper than that.
Anyways, but so then you can play Paladin, which I think you will like more than Warrior because you don't like stances. And
I don't like the stances thing. If you would have kind of told me how much it would rely on this switching stances thing, I would have been probably against it. So,
I kind of assumed you would have been able to boom bats it with just battle stance, but you can't really. They force you to use.
The switching stances.
They force you to use like 2 stances, even if you're trying to fight.
Too much. It's gone too far. It's too much. We must.
They purposely make it so you have to use at least Berserker end battle or defensive end battle. Like they can't just use one of them. I mean, you sort of can, but you feel like you're gimping your character, and you don't feel like you're getting the max potential. You know. And it's like
stances, they've gone too far.
Wait, so I was gonna say this about my warrior.
We must change the stances.
My warrior is my favorite class, but it's only because I played it for so long, and it feels like when a Linux user uses their Linux for so long, they bash their head against their keyboard, and they're like, looking up commands, and they're like, why is this like this?
I could have just been using Windows this whole time. It could have been so much easier.
And then eventually they bash their head through the table, and they go, I've figured it all out. I'm a master of my own domain.
I've learned the ultimate end of the tunnel. I just go to Windows.
No. At that point, they've learned how to use Linux, and now it's better than Windows because they've set it all up perfectly.
Imagine when you learn how to use Linux fully, and then a little portal appears on the desktop and goes, "You are done now. Here's Windows." It shows the pathway to it.
But then
the Linux penguin just walks down the pathway. Here you go.
The one thing the Linux user wants, though, and this is, I always find this funny, is they will always defend, like, they don't want it to be made easier for other new people. So, like, they took so much effort to get through that table head bashing part that they want other people to also then suffer through that. And so whenever...
It's like you have to go through this gauntlet like they did to be worthy or whatever, you know?
Yeah, and so they don't want it to be made easier for the new generations because they're like, well, that's not fair, or something like that.
Well, this one's got a cool name, by the way. Onyxia. That's a cool name.
Oh, nice. Hawkstrike, you want to fuck her?
Yeah.
You want to bang her?
Me, giant bull. You should see size of me, big cock. Big ding cock.
Jesus Christ. But
I bang you.
Basically, the warrior, though, is how I feel with my Linux.
You don't want me, you want my mount? My mount even bigger. He bang you. I let my mount loose upon you.
The warrior, it feels like, so think about this. As the warrior, you have to be able to do certain things in order to be able to keep your party alive in the dungeon. You have to have enough armor, you have to be able to do enough damage, you have to be able to take enough damage, stuff like that, right? The paladin needs to be able to do the same thing. He needs to not be half of a warrior. He needs to be as effective as a warrior, as a tank, right?
Look how I feel in this place. You see these regal elves or whatever walking here? They look like this is Lord of the Rings, Elf Town, Elf City. And here's my big boom bats idiot on a giant dino. They're like, look at this fucking brute.
It's true.
This absolute brute over here.
It's true. You don't see the scale of, when you're playing a smaller character, the world actually feels bigger too. And like,
when they invite me into the Elf City, and then like in Lord of the Rings, I'm standing around and then they're whispering between us. I was like, look at this big brute. He doesn't belong here. Look how stupid he looks.
Look at my bird. The sound that it makes at you. That's the sound they make when they see you enter.
Even he hates me. The bird is like,
the bird knows.
Make him leave. Make him leave.
The bird's squeak is
make him leave. Doesn't belong here.
I don't like it.
Outsider.
Wow.
That's what he's screaming. He's a racist bird, by the way. We should know he's a racist bird.
Let me just finish explaining this one thing, and then we can right. So the warrior versus the paladin, they need to be the same effective as far as filling the role of a tank or something like that, right? But the warrior, it's like, so basically
more of a tank, but it's more difficult to control as well. So.
It's not more. He can't be more of a tank, or else why would anyone ever make a paladin tank if the warrior's just better, right? So that means that they have to be equivalent effective in order to be fair.
I don't know. Wouldn't you say the paladin can actually use some magic? Is that the trade-off?
They can heal themselves a little bit, yeah. But like when you're
Wouldn't
not,
that be enough of a trade-off right there to make the warrior just more
because when you're filling a role and you have a healer for your party, the paladin is expected not to heal.
In this game, they have that whole dynamic
then the paladin
losers.
Yeah, so you have an actual dedicated healer. Your paladin can specialize as a healer, and then they only heal. But when you're specializing as a tank, then you're expected not to use your heal skills. Which the point is, your tanking skills and your defense and stuff have to be on par with the warrior. Is my point. But so
this guy wrote? Imagine giving Blizzard money when the last good expansion was MOP. Was MOP.
Mists of Pandaria, motherfucker. Jesus Christ, you're having ADHD day today or something.
I saw that and it stood out and I was like...
Do you need to leave the global channel or something?
No, continue.
This is like the 4th time I'm trying to explain this. I don't know if you realize.
Continue.
So the Paladin has... It's like the Linux user and Windows user. They both need a computer to do stuff. Use internet, use email... use word processor, watch YouTube, whatever, right? That's the goal, right? The Linux user must push a lot more buttons to accomplish the same thing.
Yeah, they make their world a more difficult world, yeah.
That's the warrior. That's my point.
Why do I...
The Paladin...
Did you think I'm a fucking Linux nerd when you had me make this character or something? Like my personality...
No, it's because they didn't have warrior on Horde yet. I mean, they
But why
didn't,
did you think that would align with my personality type, sir?
They didn't have paladin yet. That's because you wanted a warrior.
Oh.
You wanted a warrior, as in you wanted a big sword wielding character, and there wasn't the paladin yet to do that.
Okay, I see.
And I forgot about how warrior has all these stances, and it's kind of annoying. But anyways, the point is the paladin does the same thing that the warrior does, but with fewer button presses. It's pretty much how it is.
Like, thank you.
That's the end of my speech.
Ideally, bash A to do everything.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Look at these regal elves and my giant dino.
I'm so fast. I feel so fast because I'm so small.
Big boom bats.
You feel slow because you have such a big cow.
Yeah, I don't like it. You know, you're the same speed, but you feel like you're moving faster with your fast little steps going. Step.
Let's go to.
By the way, so guess what? In Colorado here this week, it snowed like 4 fucking days straight or something, like 16 inches or some insane amount. I just stayed inside all the whole time. But that means I didn't get any takeout for like the last 5 days. No fast food, no takeout. So I could probably saved enough money. I saved enough money. I could buy that paladin for $20.
Do you see this paladin on this horse here?
Yeah.
I just realized something. Would you want? You know what he's riding?
He's riding a majestic horse.
Fuck! Let's go get it. I just realized something.
So,
you know why he has that?
Why did you think he rides the same thing you're riding?
Well, because blood elves ride these birds, right? Paladins are special. It's not a race, it's a class, right? Paladin.
I see.
They have a special mount that they can summon as a spell instead of learning it from. And if you're a human paladin or whatever, you'd also have a special human paladin horse that you would summon. That's got like the paladin. You see how he's got
like a majestic
the reins or whatever, the fucking
majestic armored horse from
plate armor plated horse reins or whatever you call these things.
Like in the second and third Lord of the Rings movies and battles, they would have the armored horses.
Yeah, so actually if you play a paladin blood elf, because you can make a blood elf that's not a paladin too, by the way. You know, they're not all paladins.
Yeah, I know. That part I get.
I'm just realizing that.
Should I be a human paladin?
Oh, whoops, it's this way.
What type of paladin should I be?
You can't. You'd have to be on an alliance. You can only be a blood elf.
Wait, paladin's only on the alliance side?
No, so they just added paladin as a blood elf on Horde. Only as a blood elf.
Oh, okay. But so wait, I thought paladin was a class you could choose on different races, no?
Only on human. And no, sorry. You could do dwarf and human. And I don't think you could be a night elf paladin or what was their other class? They have night elf gnome. I don't think you could be a gnome paladin. I think there's only dwarves and humans that could have been paladins, but you couldn't have a paladin on a horde side. So now they added.
So I should be a night elf horde paladin. I should be right?
Night elf, a blood elf. You mean yeah.
Blood elf.
Yeah.
Blood elf horde paladin.
It's the only thing you can be, basically, if you want to be a paladin.
Yeah, if I want to fight with your characters on this side that you've leveled up. Otherwise, I'd be alone
actually,
on the other side.
On the other side, the Draenei that they added, the race, that can actually be a paladin. So there's actually now 3 races on Alliance side that could be a paladin. Because now they have the human.
What does the Draenei look like?
The blue. That blue, remember how my chick was a blue lady or whatever? When we first started off on Classic, on the official. Yeah, it's like that.
Avatar.
There's a male version of that with like a fucking super barrel chest. He looks kind of like a big Boom Bats. They added a big Boom Bats character to the Alliance because they realized, what is if a player on the Alliance side wants to play with a big grotesque barrel-chested, Boom Bats? Sorry, I came to the Paladin trainer.
Sun guides us.
Consecration, Holy Light, Seal of Light, Lay on Hands. Seal of Light. Ooh, a seal which summon Warhorse. Yeah, there we go. So I got a thing called Seal of Light, which is a new type of seal. I was telling you about the seals, right? So this seal will heal me, giving each melee attack a chance to heal the paladin for 39. So now if I use this seal, and then I will heal myself. Unleashing the seal's energy will judge an enemy for 20 seconds, granting melee attacks made against the judge's enemy a chance of healing the attacker for 25. So your seal itself gives you a healing chance, but the judgment on the enemy also gives a healing chance. But the judgment does that healing chance to anyone that attacks the target, so you would also get the bonus too. It's much more straightforward than the warrior, the seal judgment thing. I'm explaining it now, but it's kind of pointless for me to explain it to you before you know what it does.
So I was gonna say maybe next time in the next video we'll have bought my paladin and we'll set up my bar off, unless you want to show that. We can set it up off camera.
Yeah.
And just talk about it, and then I'll be playing a paladin next time. It might happen. It might happen that way. It might be the last time you see this stupid boom bats.
Yeah.
Take it in while you can. The big red helmet.
The paladin.
Cool helmet. It's a cool helmet, though.
The paladin is also another class, the blood elf, where the armor scales appropriately. They have mostly human proportions, but they're smaller than humans a little bit. You know, the blood elf. Yeah. So the armor looks good on them. They do look kind of small though compared to the other characters. Anyways, I like the female ones, of course.
Yes.
Bow, chicka, chicka, bow, chicka. All right, let's go. Let's go do. I got my horse. Let me show you the horse. Where's that horse at?
It's been way more than an hour, sir. Start thinking about where to end it.
It's been 40 minutes.
What? No way. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, where's my horse?
Sometimes it feels like this game 2 hours has passed, even though it hasn't.
No. It really hasn't. Where's my horse? That's what I'm trying to find. My horse. Is it under the normal category? General? It's under summon something, isn't it? I just missed it. You're rushing me. Don't rush me. Seal of Righteousness. Where the fuck is it? Am I blind? Oh, you know what?
Look at this badass here. Look at this badass Final Fantasy character right here next to you.
It's just in my fucking spell book. I just realized. It's just gonna be here. Yeah, it's here. Summon Warhorse.
This beast here called Hopius. His name is Hopius. This looks like a badass blood elf paladin knight right here. Look at this beast.
Where?
Here, right next to me.
Hopius.
This is a Final Fantasy villain if I ever saw. Hopius the blood elf. Pretty cool.
You could be like that if you wanted, yeah. What are you gonna name here? SiRiUS character, SiRiUS. Anyways, look, here's my mount. Check out my fancy ass super mount.
Name him SiRiUS CoOp. No.
SiRiUS. SiRiUS.
Oh my god.
SiRiUS. SiRiUS. Oh yeah, check out my. What do you think of this versus the little cool chicken? This is probably better, isn't it?
Chocobo is cool too, but this is good. Yeah, this is good shit.
So in the past, before the Burning Crusade, the Paladin would be so thrilled and excited and gleefully mocking all the other players. Look at me, I got my mount, guys, and it only cost me...
I have a proper horse. You guys can't have a proper horse.
Well, no,
what you're saying?
No, because people would have to pay 90 gold for their horse, and they couldn't afford it. And the Paladin wouldn't have to pay 90 gold. What do you want, Legionnaire Shuriel? What do you want to be? Ooh, you're a hot bitch. Ooh, shit. Damn, it's a fine ass paladin. And now she. As soon as I start checking her out, then she leaves. So then she leaves.
Full ass burqa. What the hell? You couldn't even see her. Couldn't even see what she looked like.
But so they would be like, you know, they'd be so proud of themselves for having a horse cheaper But now that they flipped it, so the riding cost is the higher, more expensive part, and the mount is only 9 gold. As a paladin, you're really only saving about 9 gold. Cost me 36
trying
silver
to show off
to
his
get.
name by standing here. Wipe Me Baby One More Time is the group. I've seen that group on here before, and his name is Wet Melons. He's trying to show off his name just by standing there like, look, notice my name. Notice my troll name.
Look at my wet
Look.
melons. Look at my wet melons.
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot I went with the troll name. Look, guys.
All right, so let's go to the let's go ride back.
We got a bimbo here. Look, Goobster, a bimbo. A bimbo.
Yeah, so this is gonna be your. You're gonna So way back in the day when we first started to play World of Warcraft on Classic, when it first came out, and then you played. I paid for 2 months of subscription for you, and you played 3 hours total. In that 2 months,
I punished you.
You were. Sorry, come this way. Sorry, I went the wrong way. That's how do we get down here? This way. You played as a blood elf.
I'm gonna make you buy the paladin for $20 for me.
What? So hold on. You played then as a blood elf paladin, and you said you didn't like it, which is one of the other reasons why you played a warrior. First you tried to make a mage, you didn't like that. You honestly just don't like the game to like any of the classes. I don't know what classes even made for you. I guess mostly
a lot of them look really stupid to me, but
the paladin is
I'm
probably
not your average WoW player or so.
The paladin is probably the closest fit for your player type personality.
Wow, here we got a normal named player named Kristen. Wow, this is a trad wife right here. This is Kristen. No fucking weird shit right here. Trad wife.
All right. So if you remember, place is where you started out. We're gonna go visit there, and since you're gonna be skipping it all because you're gonna be going to level 60. Let's go visit. Let's go visit it and have.
You might want to see your home at least one time. Okay.
Let's revisit what you were sickened so much by that you quit playing the game before you even reached level 7. Because you tried to play it as a paladin, and you didn't like it. Because I don't think it was the paladin itself that you didn't like it. I just don't think you like the start zone of these blood elves.
I saw this. This is where I saw this giant scar thing. Is this the giant scar? No, that was a different. Was that here or was that somewhere else? I saw it.
Fuck if I know.
Is there another giant scar like this in the land somewhere?
No.
In your city, or is this the scar?
This is the scar.
This is the scar. So I remember playing here, and I thought that was kind of cool.
This part's cool, but...
Scar was cool.
But, in here.
I didn't know where the hell I was in relation to the map. Now I kind of actually know where I am.
Yeah.
When I was here before.
You're in the northern peninsula, but when you start off there, and it's like the only thing you know... Yeah, you don't know where you are. You're just... in the world, but
I have no idea. I was like, I'm in the world of Warcraft.
Do you remember this place?
No. This does not ring any bells.
Oh, okay.
Nope. My memory fades it only remembers the outside of the wall and that scar, and then nothing else, going inside is like becomes a blur. Now it's like revealing the blur. This is what was on the other side of that giant wall.
So what will happen with the actual Burning Crusade coming out, which is in a few days, is that you will actually, because there's no one who's past level 60 yet. They haven't been unlocked that ability yet. They did reset the trees, so if you look at your talent trees...
Whoa, did you notice that building in front of us? It looks like a fucking skull face. It's got 2 eyes, it's got a mouth.
Oh shit, I just realized.
That's crazy. That's actually pretty cool.
Crazy, I didn't know that.
Clever design.
Can you look at your talent trees real quick? I'm just gonna look at it real quick. I'm gonna just show one difference is when you look at this thing at the final skill and look at your final skill in the tree, it says requires 40 points in the talents instead of 30. They've added a whole extra 2 rows to these trees, so instead of being level 40 to reach a max, you have to be level 50 now to reach the maximum of a tree. I'll look at your actual talents later, SiRiUS, for where where you should spend your points or whatever. I don't know. I need to look at that more in depth. But anyways, the talent trees have been updated for the Burning Crusade in the pre-patch. So there's a few things that you get with the pre-patch, and there's a few things that you don't get until the actual Burning Crusade opens. So you can't level past 60, I don't think, until after the Burning Crusade opens. And you can't go to Outland. But what you can do is you can make a new paladin, and you can go to these new zones in the paladin and the Draenei or whatever, you know, and you have your talent trees reset to the new standard. These are like the differences.
This area looks very cool, very fantasy setting. I like it.
You like this place? You hated this before.
To see, you know, this is cool with the water here. This is very nice. I like it.
What? You hated this? Is why you quit the game? This is why you quit the game.
Cool. It looks cool. Maybe it's this time of night. Did I see it at night like this? I don't know.
I don't know.
It looks cool at night. The water there.
This is where you start.
The hills and shit.
Do you remember this at all?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Do you remember fighting these mana worms and you were like, you didn't like how they didn't react to your fighting, like hitting them and stuff, and then.
Well, it's because wasn't I just the first time playing? I just didn't know that's how Warcraft was. That's how they. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is where you'd start. This is where you just
because those were my early complaints. Early complaints being, why don't the enemies react to my hits the way enemies do in Quake when you shoot them? You know, because it's a direct hit by bullets reaction type thing. And you know,
I didn't even. I forced to take that for granted already and passed the fourth wall on that shit. So you know, yes. I was just like, why do you think this sucks so much? And you're like, they're not even reacting. This is a shit game.
Because it's more like a. It's more like Final Fantasy. Like in Final Fantasy, the enemies stand there across from you, and you hit them, and they do some kind of little reaction animation to your hits. But it's not a direct reaction, like as if you're, you know what I mean? Like real. Yeah. It's not a real time direct reaction.
Yeah. Well, now in modern FPS games, we're at the point of like, we don't just want to like them to go. We want them to go like if they got hit in the shoulder, then the shoulder goes back. If they got hit in the leg, their leg goes back. You know what I mean? We want an actual physics reaction.
But so also, I distinctly remember this area looking way more low res than like shit too. I remember this area did not have this nice high quality ground textures.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It did. Hell yeah, it did. What?
No, it did. No, it looked like shit.
We were playing in classic.
Settings, I did not have Warcraft set up to look this good at the time.
We were playing on the new classic thing, which looks even better.
What?
With the higher grass amounts and everything. Yeah, more grass. Yeah, the new classic.
The ground textures were as sharp as this? I don't believe
Sharper.
I don't fucking believe
higher
it. Okay,
quality.
All right.
Higher quality. I don't know.
That's a nice area. It's cool.
Yeah, look at their little towers and shit. Anyways. You will not see this because you will just basically skip all of this. I mean, you will still start here, but you're just going to level up to 60 and you're going to get a starter set of armor, and you're gonna get your basic mount already.
For a second, it almost sounded like you're gonna pistol start here. Fucking Doom.
So, but
pistol start.
It's
you start with nothing.
Oh yeah.
What will I start with? You'll have to get me a good weapon and stuff, though, right?
No, you start with a level full 60 set of armor, but you might you might buy a good weapon upgrade as well. You know.
Yeah.
This place looks pretty cool at this time, actually. This nighttime or whatever it is right now.
I like it.
This is like evening, actually. It's not quite night. It's like maybe right after sunset. I can't tell. But anyways, it's quite nice.
Yeah, look at this water right here. Out this way. It's very nice. Out to the sea. It's pretty cool. Very cool.
So once again, there's like a microcosm type little area versus your starting area, and then it leads out to a slightly larger, like the actual zone. Like you get to the second town, like Bloodhoof Village equivalent, you know, which is this here, the ruins of Silvermoon. And you have this little where you actually have an inn, and you didn't have an inn in the starting city, just like how in the starting city and for the Torn, there's no inn there, but once you get to Bloodhoof Village, there's an inn over there. And it's like that for all of the starting zones, you know? It's always the same. It's always a little 1 to 10 starting baby zone, and then they always have a 10 to 20 higher zone, and the capital city's always in the 1 to 10 starting zone, which is why Silvermoon's here. They like
couldn't just throw you in like Gothic 2 where the first wolf kills you in one hit.
But this is how they create the asymmetrical but still symmetrical, you know, like if they add a new race and then they're gonna have to get a new capital city, and they're gonna have to, if they get a new capital city, it's gonna have to be in a 1 to 10 zone, you know, because otherwise, imagine you had like a new Blood Elf village, but it's in a level 50 zone or something like that, or a new Blood Elf city or whatever, you know. But it's like
what happened in his dead scar anyway.
It's in the lore somehow. Something about a slashing across the land with a giant sword. I don't know. It's somehow in the lore. I don't remember.
It's not the spaceship crystal crashing.
No, that's on the other continent.
Other thing, yeah.
And I believe I showed that before. When I played on Classic in this series of WoW videos we're making, I showed Exodar when I played as the Paladin. Remember I took you there and I showed you the Paladin, or the Draenei city, Exodar, and it's all
you must have shown me. Of course, I'm not going to remember now, but
giant crystals and shit. So now you've seen it all. So now you've seen Silvermoon City and you've seen Exodar, and so the other city that they add, by the way, in the Burning Crusade is called Shatrath, which always to me sounds like it got shat out of, you know.
It's a stupid name.
And so,
speaking of Silvermoon City, you said you watched that movie Under the Silver Lake? It's Under the Silver Moon.
I didn't like that movie.
It was a stupid movie, wasn't it? I was telling you, it was stupid. Pretentious, stupid, fucking.
I didn't like it. No.
Hollywood. What is it called? Hollywood peddling to itself kind of movie.
Yeah, I was expecting a lot because it's made by the person who made that It Follows or whatever movie, and it was also the music, who's made by a chiptune composer who made the music for It Follows, which is really good. Made the music for this as well, but I didn't like the music and I didn't like the movie this time around. It's weird. Yeah.
Just a small little movie critique thrown in here for no reason.
So, anyways,
but then you did like that a night at the El Royale. What is it called? Something at the El Royale.
Bad Times at the El Royale. That was a good movie. Yes, that was a very good one.
Very weirdo kind of movie as well, but it was good though. It was good weird.
Yeah, well, that one also has a super cast list of A-listers or whatever. It's a ensemble A-lister cast type movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's like that director only makes a movie like once every 10 years, and the actors are like scrambling like to please let them onto there because they know that that's going to be like a key point of their career type movie, right? Made by that director.
Yes. It'll be a catalyst movie. I think it's called a catalyst movie.
But no, because all the A-list actors already have been catalyzed, or what, you know what I mean? Like John Hamm, he's already famous from Mad Men or whatever, you know. He's not looking to be catalyzed. Why do they like
to do movies like that?
Just because then it's like they have in there, you know, it's like when you do what's that movie with all the big actors that was like Ocean's 11 or whatever, you know?
Oh, okay, I see.
It's about like being like, well, but I was in the club of the 11 fame, you know, because everyone's famous in that movie. Like everyone's big A-listers, but they were like lucky enough to be included because only 11 could be included. So it's like kind of like that. So you have like all the people are in this movie are kind of big names actors in this Bad Times at the El Royale, but then also what I like about that is that because everyone's a big name actor, none of them have a big role. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that makes
them have a central.
They're not as important, so you can't be like, you don't know what's going to happen to them because you're not like, oh, this is clearly the good guy who has to live, you know. It's not normal because now they're all famous, so you don't know what's going to happen. And like that's like also like Pulp Fiction's like that, you know. Although
also
with Pulp Fiction they weren't famous before they
The movie wasn't like super known when it came out, but it's a really good one. It's like I would recommend watching it. It's a good movie you've probably never heard of.
It's weird. I didn't even realize it came out. Yeah, which is the director who made Cabin in the Woods, which is a super popular movie.
Yeah.
You know? I think it
makes me wonder what else has that guy made since that.
Did that shit come out on COVID or something? When did that come out?
No, it came out like 2018, like before COVID. I don't really understand why it wasn't more popular than it was. Very strange.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
Before COVID was even heard of.
Anyways, that's enough of this wowing for now. I just want to gain my mount.
WoW/movie review, yeah.
So Paladin next time for SiRiUS, and then I'll also have a Paladin. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
And I will also show real quick. I will quit. I will log out.
What?
I'll show my other characters real quick. Not even gonna log into them, but I also have my 60 Hunter, CoOp, Mr. CoOp, and Tatos, my level 60 warrior. Which SiRiUS, you should still try to get your warrior to level 60, or do you not want to do that? Then he's like, I just will pay for my paladin to be 60. Then why would I level from 52 to 58?
I enjoy the paladin more. Why would I grind through this shit with the stances? Something I don't even enjoy.
All right, fine. Well, then I need to get my priest, which is 54, up. But it doesn't really matter. I'll just have all of these choices. I have the warrior 60. I have the hunter 60. My druid that I play with my wife is 56, which means my wife is actually also 56. She also has a druid. It's kind of funny. We both play druid. And then my priest is 54. So I'll actually have the priest, the druid, the warrior, and the paladin, hopefully. This 30 paladin by 60. So I'll have 4 different 60s that I could play with you on rotation. So that way I won't just be playing the same character with you every time. It'll be like, you know.
Yeah.
We won't just both play paladins. It'll probably be like, I'll play paladin in one time and I'll play priest next time, and you know. Yeah.
Sounds fun. Sounds good.
Druid. Got the priest. Got the new paladin, babe. Yeah.
I'm gonna log out to I'm gonna close the game to turn my screen off.